our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. Yeah, it's cold. I'm not thinking. My brain is frozen. But this is a show of which I come on and just try to help enlighten people's lives a little bit, give a little bit of information, see how it helps you in your week. We've been doing this for about 3 years. It seems to be working, so we're going to keep going for a while longer. Now I can breathe. Now I can breathe and try to get relaxed. In all actuality, guys, I've not been relaxed today because it's cold. It's freaking cold. It's everybody. Hey, Tim, you are the Facebook user today. Sorry. Hey, Keith. Hello, cold in Maine, too. I know. Good morning, Miss Courtney. Good morning. Miss Courtney came in a little bit early, which is awesome. But no, guys, my brain isn't thinking. I'm hearing my own earlobes in my ears inside because they're plugged because of allergies. Don't ask me why, but allergies. Why is it when it gets cold, my allergies blow up? I don't understand this. Good morning, Kevin. I know it's freezing, isn't it? And Kevin, where you're at, I bet you it's really cold because it's like -14 where I'm at, and where you're at, you got to be like almost triple digits, I'm telling you. That might be a little ridiculous, but you know. So guys, few things. The 5-card stud, I'm using this deck today. It is Seeds from the Sacred Feminine. And it's by Andrea Menard, and illustrations by Lee Dolan. The wrapping's kind of in my way. But it is Mango Publishing. They sent me this deck a couple of weeks ago. And I'm bringing out decks in the orders that I received them. So I received this deck a couple of weeks ago. We're going to use this one. I've already got the deck for next week, guys. And I will announce that, but it has to do with monkeys. But for this week, we're doing the Sacred Feminine, a deck I've never opened, never looked at, blah, 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 30 below wind chill. Let's go to Florida. I'm thinking Mexico, Kevin. Mexico, because I know people in Texas and Fort Worth had snow last night. So I'm thinking we have to go further. And guys, just in case I lose you, it's because my internet went out. And my internet's been spotty. So I'm going to do everything I can to hold it today. But it is what it is. We're going to go from there. Where am I at? Okay, so let's get the book out. Let's get the big book out. Neil Diamond, Kevin. That works. There we go. We're going to get the book out. Also, remember, guys, this month's giveaway is the Haunted Voice book by Todd Bakes. I've got 2 of them. This is my giveaway this month. So make sure you pop in. You know what? Pop in, put somebody's name up there if you feel they need the book, and then I put them on the list. I put you on the list is what I do. So if you want a book, or you just have to show up, or you share. You're here now, Tim. You share this and you put in for a chance for the book. I literally put the names into a hat and I pull the names because I'm really old-fashioned that way. But I am sending 2 books out this month. So if you think you know somebody that needs this book, put them on the list. Tag them. I will gladly put them on and draw 2 names, and 2 books go out. So there you go. Last month was Ever Near by Tim Bear. That went out. Those people received those books, and hopefully they enjoyed them. Anyway, let's get to this. And apologize if I'm screaming at you guys, but my ears are plugged, and I'm not sick. They're just plugged. So let's do this, guys. Let's do this. It says all conflict arises from the misplaced desires. Look at that. Kind of simple, but beautiful, huh? Simple but beautiful. Okay. Guys, I'm going to need my inhaler this morning. I'm trying to not do this. Anybody that knows me knows I'm asthmatic. It is what it is. But there we go. So let's read this. It says, all conflict arises from misplaced desires. I got lumpy pockets. Essential truth. Ultimately, every global political problem, just as every problem breaks down to a spiritual problem. All of life is spiritual, and therefore all of life's problems are spiritually based and spiritually solved. Wars are created on your planet because somebody has something that somebody else wants. This is what causes someone to do something that somebody else does not want them to do. All conflict arises from misplaced desires. The only peace in all the world that is sustained is internal peace. When you find peace within, you also find that when you find peace within, you also find that you can do without, which simply means that you no longer need the things in your outside world. Not needing is a great freedom, and that frees you firstly from fear that there is something you won't have, fear that there's something you have that you will lose, or fear that without a certain thing you won't be happy. Not needing frees you from anger. If you derive your life's greatest happiness from the desire experiences obtainable only in the outside world, that the physical world outside of yourself will not find peace. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Lee. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome, Miss Kelly. Welcome. Oh, perfect. I'll put your name down. So, guys, wow, this feels like it's a continuation from last week, isn't it? But honestly, I think, guys, this is where we're kind of at. I think this is where we're at in a lot of our thought process and our way of looking. Because quite frankly, I think we're all at this point trying to manifest everything. And remember, I really don't like that word anymore. I don't think I've ever liked the word. But I really do think that we try to get things in our life. We try to. Now, this is looking much more in a global sense. And I do feel like that's what this passage is about, is looking more globally. But before we go globally, let's go, more individual. Let's take this into ourselves and then kind of sprout that out to a global sense. Because quite frankly, we're not going to solve all the Earth's problems overnight. And we're not going to start, fixing those problems until we fix in here, are we? We're not going to fix until we fix in here. Now, we have been talking a lot over the last few weeks about, how to get those things, how to bring those to us. And this isn't easy. And if anybody knows me, knows, okay, I get Neil every day in my emails. I just got done reading the book, The Wisdom of the Counsel by Sarah Landon. And I just went on to their second book. Oh my God, I can't think of the name of the second book. Tim, if you got that name, if you can write it in, I appreciate you for that. Tim is also reading the book with me. I'm also studying for my PhD in metaphysics. And I'll tell you what, it's all on the same page. And then we come into this being on the same page as everything else. Excuse me. When we start to look at this, excuse me, we're going to try to, oh my God, my throat. I'm sorry, guys. I promise you I don't have a cold. I've had this cough forever and it won't go away. But when we start to look at things, we want what other people have. We sit there on a big thing always saying, you know what, when I have this, I'll be happy. When I have this, I can make that happen. When I have this, I can do that. We do a lot of that, don't we? We do a lot of that. Placing this desire outside of ourselves is what we do. Oh, well, thank you, Lee. But we try to put this desire someplace else. Okay. We're always looking outside of ourselves to have desire. We're always, thank you, Tim. The Dream, the Journey, Eternity, and God by Sarah Landon and Michael Dooley. It's Mike Dooley, guys. And you guys know how much I love Mike Dooley. So there you go. Put that one in your hat. It's an amazing book. It's the how-to, step-by-step, basically how to live in a conscious world, which I'm loving. But when we're looking at this desire thing, we're always putting a desire outside of ourselves. Okay. Always. We're always going, if I have this, I can have this. If I have this, I can have this. But we never put the desire in here. We never put the desire in here. And what I mean by that is when we put the desire outside of ourselves, when we put out here that, you know what, I'm going to play the lottery so I get, have a chance to win $1 million. I'm going to put out here that one day when I have enough money or can afford my car payment, I'm going to order that new car I want. when I finally am secure enough to buy my own home, I'll feel safe within myself because it's something that they can't take away from me. Well, all very good. All very good statements. But there's a negative twist to those. There's a heavy twist to those. And it's putting this outside desire on something. It's putting it that I won't be happy until I have this. It's putting this psychic connection and pushing it out there. Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going to the psychic, guys, because everybody is psychic. Everybody is. Even though we like to put a stereotype on there, guys, trust me, everybody's psychic. Everybody has that ability. So basically, what you're doing is you're sending this out to the universe psychically. You're sending this out to the world psychically. Your thoughts are getting pushed out to everybody. Yeah, trust me when I say this. And it's hard. It's hard to wrap our whole thought process around that my singular thought is affecting my neighbor, my city, my state, my country, my world. But it is. It is. Because what you are doing is you're sending this feeling out. Let's take the house, for instance. I won't feel safe until I have my own home that cannot be taken away from me. What is that thought process doing? What is that feeling doing? That feeling is sending out to the world that I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. It has nothing to do with the home. I'm psychically sending out, I don't feel safe. And I'm broadcasting that. It's as if you're getting on the internet doing a show and the world has literally tuned into you. Kind of like being on the news. And you're broadcasting, I don't feel safe. And when you're putting that feeling out into the world, other people are now not feeling safe. It's hard to believe that one person can send that feeling out, but it's true. One person sending that feeling out, that means somebody else out in this world that felt safe before is no longer going to be feeling safe because of this thought process you put out there. And that comes back at us. Because as soon as somebody else starts to feel that, they start to think those things. And they send it back to us, which compounds it. It's this loop. It's this continuous loop of energy. Okay? It's like an airstream. It's like water and waves, crashing in between two continents. Just because I don't see the water hit Scotland or England does not mean that it's not. Because waves go one way, crash into something, the momentum of it pushes it back towards the United States, and it hits us. It constantly goes back and forth. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. It's called the tide. It goes in, it comes out. It goes in, it comes out. Okay? It's the same thing with our thought patterns, guys. It's the same way with our energy. We push it out, it hits something, it comes back at us. So essentially, what we're doing is we're putting this desire on the outside and we're giving a feeling towards it. That creates a conflict, doesn't it? Now, think about that in a global sense. Think about that globally. And we're sending that globally out there that I don't feel safe. And people around the world are getting that feeling of I don't feel safe. And they're looking at themselves going, what will make me feel safe? Oh, that guy has what will make me feel safe. All of a sudden, you start to get more conflict. More and more and more. It's how wars are started, guys. And I know that sounds so small and so simple. And we want to state that wars are caused because of big things. They're caused because something small, something simple, that is escalated into something larger. So how do you change this? How do you change this? You bring it back to yourself. And you think to yourself, I feel safe in the place that I'm at. Only I can lose what I have. Put it on the I. Put it in the I feel safe. I cannot lose. You cannot take it from me. Put that feeling of having a home. Put the feeling of having a home into your heart. You don't have to get detailed. You don't have to get, oh my gosh, I want my whole house to be this and this and this and this and this and all these details. Not yet. Right now, it's creating a feeling. And the key word is creating. Because you are the creator. You are the one that makes this stuff happen. Whether it be your thoughts or making a vision board, writing down things. You are the creator of your reality. You are the one that makes life happen. How many of you out there listening have literally thought to yourself some point in your life, and I know this is like a huge, oh my God, yeah, just open this up to any possibility out there, but we all have it. How many of you have literally went, I see myself doing that someday? And next thing you know, it might have been a week later, a month later, a year later, 5 years later, you're doing it. How many people projected that? I can say pretty much everybody has. Projected literally possibly a weight, because that's the thing that's coming to my mind. I can remember one day being smaller than I am now. I was probably about 130 pounds, and I was feeling great about myself. I felt great. I was moving. I was having absolutely no pain. It was awesome. And I can remember being at a Quick Trip and being in line behind this lady, and I looked at her butt. I looked at her butt. And it was a big butt. I'll tell you what, it was a big butt. And I thought to myself, I wonder if my butt would look that good, that big. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it, because I felt that energetically in that moment, I took that on. Crazy, huh? Energetically, I put that in my mind. Energetically, I psychically pushed that out there. And I'll never forget the feeling I had when I thought it. Because in that moment, I knew I created something I could not take back. And trust me, I looked at a lot of butts for 10 years trying to recreate the feeling of that's my butt, that's my butt, that's my butt. And I was never able to recreate it. But what did happen over those years is my butt got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And me thinking to myself, I didn't like my butt so big. But it didn't really matter. The outcome didn't matter. What did matter is, to this day, I still remember the feeling. I still remember projecting that energy out. And I've thought to myself probably a million times, how can I recreate that same feeling that I did on that day for any other part of my life? And I tell you what, you can, because it's just recently that I started doing it. Recently, I started to go, wait a second. And it's in that book, The Dream, the Journey, Eternity, and God. And it's on that book. And I'll tell you, it's on page 128. It's on that page. It's the last couple of paragraphs. It gives you a step-by-step how to create. Now, everybody go buy the book, because I'll tell you what, they're awesome books. They're heavy reading, but they're all, the Wisdom of the Council is much heavier than the second one. But on 128, it talks about manifestation, and not even that word, because we've gone beyond manifestation. We've gone beyond, because manifestation is a word that basically states I need to do step A, B, C, D to get to Z. Too many steps for me, guys. Way too much. I'll tell you what. If it's more than an instant gratification, I really don't want anything to do with it. That's me. I'm an instant gratification person. I mean, I will work at it, guys, but seriously, when I want something, I don't want to have to go through all these steps to get to that point. I don't. But it does in this book state how to do this. And it goes back to that loop. And I've learned to do this, guys. And granted, I'm just starting with this. But I'll tell you what, it has blown my mind. It has opened up my world. And it's sitting in this loop. And I sit there on my bed. And I just get comfortable. And I'm sitting up, not laying down. Because, I mean, I would fall asleep. Because I'm that person, once I lay down, I'm going to sleep. But I sit there. And I go to myself and I close my eyes. And imagine in here the feeling of having something I desire. In here. So imagine that house. And in my mind, I see a house that I like. Now there is one in New York that I fell in love with. But the problem is it's in New York. It's not Wisconsin, it's in New York. And I want to stay in Wisconsin. But I imagine the house being down the road. I imagine the house as if it's mine. I feel the warmth and the love of my inside that house. And then I look at the house as I'm walking through it in my mind. What would I want to change? What do I want to keep? In my mind, I decided the walls needed to move out a little bit. So in my mind, I put my hands against the wall and I pushed them out 4 feet. And I felt it. Nope. Push it out 2 more feet. Okay, that feels better. And then I felt the space. And this wall had to go up. And I placed my hands on that other outside wall. And I pushed that wall out 4 feet. And I went, I like this. And I walked through the house. And I feel how beautiful it is for me. And I see the kitchen, the details of the kitchen, and I see the stairs, and I see the details of the stairs, and I see the bedrooms and the closets, and I see it all in my mind, and I feel it in here, and I go, this is amazing. And while I'm doing that, I start to push that feeling out. I allow the feeling to leave me. I let it go from my heart center, like my sacral, up through my heart, into my throat, and I push it out. And I watch this feeling go out. And I watch this feeling go out of my mouth and my head and my back. And I watch it go everywhere out of me. And it's beautiful because I see it go out like these big streams. And I see that feeling go into other people all over the world. And it's beautiful because as it's going out, I feel this energy raising. And my mind goes into this different state. I mean, let's say altered state, if that's what we have to say, but it goes into this altered state. And as I'm seeing it go out to other people, I'm seeing it kind of hit them here. And they're going, that feels great. And I see them lifting it up within themselves and sending it back to me. And it becomes this loop of energy. And then I send it back. And then they send it back. And each time I can feel my energy going further out and further out and further out because it's building. It's building. The whole time I'm thinking about this home that's mine. I don't have it yet. But I'm creating it. And that's the word, is I'm creating it. Now, this is where that instant gratification kind of gets... because we have been taught that we are manifestors, we are creators, but it doesn't happen right now. And I want to say it doesn't happen now quite yet. Because we are in this dense body and we are in this dense world, and it does take time. Some things ricochet immediately. I can't tell you how many times over the last couple of weeks I've thought, oh my gosh, I'm broke. This is my slow season. Oh my God, I'm broke. I don't have money to pay my bills or whatever it might be. And I go, oh, stop that crazy thought. Bring it back, burn it, gone. And I think to myself, no, not going there. Instead, I go, money comes to me easily. It comes to me from every direction. I accept money. Then all of a sudden, my phone goes ding, ding, and somebody schedules a reading. Or the money just shows up to pay a bill. It shows up for something. And I go, wow, that's incredible. Because money is easy, guys. It is easy. It's an instant gratification. Why? And I know you're all listening going, it's not for me. What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Well, get rid of that thought process. Get rid of that thought that, oh my God, money is hard for me. I can't make money. Oh, get rid of all that crap. Money is so easily come back. Hey, Gordon. Oh, thank you. Money so easily can be brought to you. Why? Because it is an electronic issue now. Money is not necessarily a paper. Money is electronic these days. Good morning, Paige. It just transfers. Trust me, guys, I have Venmo, PayPal, Square, Zelle, Facebook Pay, Apple Cash, blah, blah, blah. There are a million of them out there. And I put them all on my phone. Why? Because I never want the universe or myself to say there was not a way for me to get money. I even go to snail mail and go, yeah, guess what? I accept checks. I accept cash, checks, electronic currency. It all comes to me readily. It is, Paige, isn't it? It is. It comes to us. It's not like it used to be where you had to go and work 40, 50 hours. Oh my God, to get the paycheck at the end of the week. And then we had to take that check to the bank and go, well, that was spent. No. People have side gigs, personal page. You can be on social media and talk like this and make money. It's everywhere and it's anywhere. That is an instant, guys. That is an instant. When you put your heart, your mind, and that feeling in the place that money comes to me, I have no limits on it. It's not evil. It will come to you. Trust me. It may not come in the form of $1 million, but it will come. Homes sometimes are a little harder. Why? Because you know what? If you have to build a house, it still takes a couple of months. But can it be created? Yes, and it can be created by you. But you have to make the creation in here first. You have to put in here that I can do this. So many people I know hated their life. They did not like the life they had. And at one point felt stuck in their life. And they went, wait a second. I don't have to do this anymore. I quit. They don't know what they're going to do next, but they put up their hands and they say, I know I'm going to be okay. I'm going to survive. But I'm not doing this anymore. And they recreate themselves. And they start new businesses. They start new ventures. We have more sole proprietors now than we ever have. And more coming all the time. And that gives you a limitless income, doesn't it? It gives you limited. As much as you're going to put out is what you're going to receive back. Now, guys, I'm telling you, it's time to give up the desires of, oh my God, I have to have this. And then when I say that, it's just give up the desires of it being outside of your body. Bring that desire into your heart. Put it in here as if you already have it. I have all the money I need. It comes to me on all avenues that I have. I have all that I need. And more comes to me all the time, every day. More comes. It's a conscious way of thinking, guys. It's a conscious way of saying, this is 10 seconds. There isn't a lot of steps. There's not a lot of procedures. And it gets rid of that outside desire of never getting something, never obtaining something until I have everything else. So let's get rid of that. Let's end fights. Let's end battles. Let's end wars by changing our thought process, by changing how we consciously think about things and allow more to come to us. It's truly that simple. Practice this. The more of us that practice it, the more fluid we're going to get. There is a day that we're going to come, guys, and I know everybody's going to look at me and go, oh my God, that's never going to come. But trust me, people way back in the day that were in horse and buggy said, there'll never be that car that'll have wheels and work. When the plane still started to go off, everybody went, that contraption's never going to work. We're never going to be fly. If men were supposed to fly, we'd have wings. But that happened. We were supposed to be on the moon. God would have put us on the moon, but we did that. Doors were supposed to open on their own. We have buttons to hit. We would have things that would just show up and see us and open the door. Wow. All these things have happened. And there's so much more happening, guys. I do believe, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I do believe when we as a whole get to that point in life where we are all consciously on the same page, we are going to find our own bodies being more fluid, the world around us being more fluid, homes without doors. Yeah, walk through the wall. And I know people are out there going, we'll never be able to walk through a wall. Really? We never thought we could open a door without a handle. We never thought we could fly without wings. But yet, we do all those things. And I'm a firm believer that technology has probably already gotten there. We just need to catch up to the belief that we can do it too. So I want you to start looking at those things. Think of the things that you think are impossible. Feel them in here. Know that they're happening here. And go on from there. Change your thoughts, guys. Change your reality. Hey, Sierra, I don't see your name, but I see Paige said hi. Okay, guys. Well, that is my enlightenment for today. We're going to take a quick station break. And when I come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud.
Life is full of crossroads, and navigating them can be daunting. But fear not. Join us on Navigating Life's Crossroads Pathways to Freedom with Leslie Wegleitner, your guide through the journey of self-discovery. In a world filled with inner conflict, external pressures, and the constant tug between your choices and others' expectations, Leslie will help you face your fears head-on. Discover how to choose your path authentically without compromising your true self. Our show explores the profound question, how can you find inner peace, align with your deepest desires, and make decisions that honor your unique journey? Leslie's wisdom and expertise will inspire you to embrace your own path and empower you to move forward with confidence and clarity. Don't let life's crossroads overwhelm you. Tune in to Navigating Life's Crossroads Pathways to Freedom and embark on a transformative journey towards self-discovery and true freedom. It's time to find peace within and make choices that resonate with your heart and soul. Join us and let's explore your path to a life you truly deserve at lesliewegleitner.com.
Are you ready to dive into?
Hello, guys. Hello. I wanted to do a second commercial. Let's try it.
Are you ready to dive into a world of exploration, enlightenment, and higher consciousness? The Edge Magazine media platform is your ultimate one-stop shop for all things curious. We're a vibrant community of seekers and teachers passionate about sharing our gifts and abilities to help the collective explore, develop, and understand our journey towards higher consciousness. Our website, edgemagazine.net, receives over 10,000 views each month, boasting unique articles, enlightening forecasts, and insightful book reviews. Over 15,000 copies of the Edge magazine are printed every other month and distributed to over 400 locations across the Midwest. Experience a world of opportunities with the Edge magazine. Unleash exposure through enticing print and online ads, Edge Partner Directory membership, and community calendar listings. Share your experience in radio and multimedia interviews, connecting with our diverse community, and join our vibrant events. Connect with like-minded individuals and share your gifts here, there, and everywhere.
Hey everybody, this is Jet. Welcome back to School Through Spirit here on the Edge Network. We're about to do our card reveal for the week, but remember last week's cards was the Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. I just wanted to kind of bring those up so everybody can see them. Guys, I loved these cards. I want everybody to go buy these cards because they are really super awesome. If you're into if you're into mythology, if you're into really kind of pushing the veil of an oracle deck, I will tell you what, this card really is the next revolution of those. So please do me a favor, go out, look at these. This is, I believe it's Beyond Words publication that did this, and it is, or that that published these cards, but I don't want to mess up this word. Lateo? Sorry, Lateo Wang. I hope I didn't mess this up too bad. Yes, Paige, these cards are flipping awesome. This was last week's cards. I'm just, again, bringing them up so that people can see this was last week's reveal. You can also go on to, if you're wondering how these cards went, you can go on to the Edge magazine online and see, or by Facebook group, and see the reading I did with these last week because they were truly amazing. So we're going to put them over here, guys. This is where my cards are going. Remember my case? Remember my case? I have cleaned out all my cards everywhere, guys. And I'm putting the cards that are going for the 8 weeks over here so then I can just pick a deck. And remember, guys, as we're going this week by week by week, remember our cards. I will show these cards as we go. So just kind of remembrance of them. But then I want you to pick at the end of the 8 weeks which deck you guys like the most. So I only got one deck so far because we just started all over again, and that's my favorite so far. So I did submit my card deck choice for the magazine, the paper magazine. I submitted it last week. I did the reading last week. I shipped it off to the publication last week. I'm not going to tell you what deck I picked, nor am I going to tell you anything about the reading. You're just going to have to go to your local distribution spot that has it and pick up your free copy, or better yet, go to your favorite place and say, you need to get this magazine. And they can literally bring it into them for free. And then you can pick it up for free, which is super awesome. And if you need help with that, let me know. I can send you the link that you can give to your favorite stores, your favorite places to become drop spots. Oh my gosh, drop spot. And it will come to your mailbox. It will. Now, when it comes to your mailbox, you are subscribing to that magazine in which you are paying for, I can't remember, I think it's around $6 for the magazine to come straight to your house, but it can come straight to your house. But you are paying for postage, handling, all that wonderful stuff at that point. So if you want to come straight to your mailbox, great. If you want to go to your local store and pick it up, also awesome. Guys, this is an amazing magazine. Let me talk about it for a second. I am going to get to this card. Sorry, guys. Sweatpants. It's freezing. But I'm professionally dressed from the top up. And so this was the last issue, guys, The Edge, which was, all right, sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. There you go. Now, in this magazine, now it's not the thickest yet, but I'll tell you what, it's packed full of tons of stuff, okay? Tons of articles all over the place. It's got this awesome Edge Partner Directory through it. So literally, if you are a practitioner, if you have your own small store, whatever, you can literally contact the Edge. And for a small fee, you can get part of the directory. Now, this directory, this magazine, I will tell you right now, is all over the United States. In a very short time, Kelly Wagner and her husband, Steve, literally have pushed this magazine all over the United States. It is getting dropped in Arizona, Oklahoma, New York. I mean, we're all over the place, and we're looking for more states, guys. So if you're in a different state, listen to me. If you're in a different country and listening to me, guys, take this to your local people. Okay. Now it's really cool because it's got, again, tons of articles, which are awesome. A lot of different people write for the magazine, which is amazing. And then on this issue was page 24. That's me. That's me. I get one page for my Oracle spread that I picked. Now this publication was the Healing Waters Oracle deck, which I loved on that first 8 weeks. I loved this because there were so many different ways to use these cards that I found out after showing the deck. But again, the magazine is awesome, guys. Either subscribe to it, go to your local drop center and grab it, whatever you need to do. Now let's get on to our 5 cards done. Remember, this is the Sacred Seeds from the Sacred Feminine by Andrea Menard. And it is Mango Publishing, guys. Mango Publishing. Oh, this is actually a very gratifying feeling. Oh my gosh. Another way I love to open. See? I love it. I'm sorry. I like the old tried and true way of opening decks. I do. But when they make them simple, I love it. Why? And I will tell you why, guys. It's not that I'm look at how that just slid right out of there. It's not that I'm an imbecile. I'm not. I've had hand surgery, okay? Anybody that watched over last February, they took this joint out of my thumb because it was full of arthritis. So for me to suction off some cards is difficult. Now, when I say this is difficult, it's difficult for me. It doesn't mean it's going to be difficult for you. So never go on packaging by what I say. I'm just saying things like this make it much easier for myself. Or, the flip sides that I love so much, I literally put all my decks away. I put all the decks away. Excuse me. So those are easy decks for me. So that's why I go there. Okay. But I do love this box because, again, it's simpler. It's easier. So the back of this reads, enter the realm of the sacred feminine. Welcome to the beautiful realm of the sacred feminine, the receptive, mysterious aspects of life that hold your feelings, your intuition, your creativity, and playfulness in the great stillness. Ooh. Seeds from the Sacred Feminine is a 52-card deck that invites you to play and plant a seed in your own quiet, mysterious depths. Whether you are wanting a more balanced life, needing a break from the busyness, or wanting to connect with Indigenous teachings, you will find inspiration and answers in this beautiful deck of cards. The stunning artwork and gentle wisdom offered in the accompanying handbook contain everything you need to give holistic and accurate readings. I love this. I do like this. Again, it is by Mango Publishing. So let's look at the book really quick. Ooh, very pretty. I like this. Look at back of the book, picture of the author. I like that. It talks a little bit about the book. Let's open up the book. I like this. Oh my gosh, it's got some pretty images inside the book, same as the outside. So let's look at how the book is set up because we know we like to talk about that. Oh, it's got some beautiful people that use this. Oh my gosh, great reviews by some amazing people in there that actually they wrote the reviews like it's a book. I love that. Oh my gosh, I like this. It also gives, I love it when they give a directory. I do. I won't even lie. Because sometimes for me, I'm daft sometimes. So putting the name of the card and what page number it's on sometimes really helps. And it helps a lot of people like me that says, I want that extra kind of push. So for me, it's something I do like. Not that it's needed. Sometimes it's just the page number on the cards. So I like how they find different ways. It does have a part that says the information on the deck, how to prepare your cards, which is always nice because not everybody knows how. It says how to use the cards. You can do a 1-card reading, a 4-card reading. Let me see, what else do we have in here? So it's got some different aspects that you can do. asking for guidance, which I do love. So it's got, I will tell you what, it's got a lot of pages on, taking care of stuff, which I think is really kind of nice, guys. We don't get enough of looking at a card and going, oh my God, what do I need to take for myself? So each one of these cards, it looks like each card says basically something to do for yourself. So let's see. Let's do this 5-card stud. So we're going to play with these, have fun. I am going, and obviously, guys, these cards are going to have me, I'm going to have to look at the book on this, guys. I'm going to have, even though I can look at the imagery, with these cards, I think I'm going to look at the book and see what the book has, what the author intended for these cards. Excuse me, because like this card is play a drum, and it does have a picture of a person playing a drum, and it's got some beautiful imagery around it. But I think I'm going to go to the author on the book to see what they meant by them. So with 5 cards done, guys, pick a card 1 through 5. 1 through 5, you can pick 1 card, 2 cards. You can pick all the cards if you want, or if you want, you can just do the full reading. You can have multiple questions and say, oh my gosh, how is my finances going to do? I'm going to play the card number 1. What's going on in my house? I'm going to put that in card number 2. You can do whatever you want. Or you can look at these cards of what do I need for myself? What do I need for myself? Exact. There you go, Paige. There you go. I love it. Paige says that she loves using the guidebooks for oracle cards. There you go. So let's do this, guys. Let's do this, okay? Card number 1, your intuition is telling you something. I don't know if I need the book for this one, but I'm going to read it anyway because I said I would. How beautiful is that? So your intuition is telling you something. This explains why this book comes with a directory of what page, because it doesn't give me a page number, okay? But it does give me this in here to kind of go look at it. So it says yours, so I'm going to go to Y because that's exactly how it is, and it's the last one, page 74. I kind of probably figured that one out. So it says that you're getting signals and messages that are worthy of your attention. Listen to what that whispered voiced grandchild. It holds great wisdom for your journey. Intuition lives in the realms of the sacred feminine. You can trust the feminine voice within whispers. And it kind of goes on a lot about that. Trust your intuition. Great things happen to those who follow the call of the sacred feminine. Now, it reads a lot more than that. But I'm going to tell you, this card for me becomes very self-explanatory. And it is. It's this card, if you pick card number 1, is telling you to pay attention. Pay attention. You are getting messages all the time. You're getting them. You're getting this inner wisdom from you. Your guides are talking to you. That's in your mind. It might be God. It might be your loved ones, whatever it might be. Pay attention to the intuition. Pay attention to the messages you're receiving. So many people say, I don't hear anything. I don't get anything. You do. You do. We're just not paying attention. So your intuition is telling you. So if you've been sitting with an issue going, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and that has been your question, pay attention to what's coming in. Okay. Card number 2, listen to your heart, not just your ears. This is another one. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not going to go to the book for this one either. Listen to your heart, not just your ears. That is the best ever. Because quite frankly, we're kind of, I'm seeing a pattern now. So when you're listening to your heart, so many people want to listen to their head. They want to they want to go and talk to other people. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? They go to the internet. They do all this research, and it all comes on here and it goes here. But what feels right here? And this card is saying you need to go inwards. How does it feel in here for you? This is where it's at, guys. This is where it's at. So this card number 2, if you pick that, it's time for you to feel with your heart, not just your head. Okay. The head is great. Don't get me wrong. The head is great, but you need to go to your heart and you need to go, how does this feel for me? Card number 3, make a feast. Make a feast. This one, I'm going to the book, guys. Make a feast. I like this because some cards are boom and other ones are like, hey, you need to go figure this out. So, and since it's in alphabetical order, I didn't need to go to the directory, guys. Make a feast. Have you been too solitary lately? Open your doors and enjoy the bounty that Mother Earth is provided for you. It's time to host a feast. Go to the land, harvest the food from your garden or local farmer's market, and invite your friends, relatives, and ancestors to partake in the sacred gathering. Feed them with your loving intent. Your ancestors are hungry to feast with you. Make a plate for them. Be generous and wise in your selection of dishes. Nourish yourself and your loved ones by choosing foods and honor your physical bodies. So I love this because this really is, it's on twofold. One, it says to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay, that's what card number 3 is saying. It's saying take care of yourself and bring others together, because bringing others together is taking care of yourself. So often we go, oh my God, I'm going to get solitary. I'm going to take care of this, blah, blah, blah. But we forget about that. We need this community. We need family. We need friends. We need loved ones around us, because that's also taking care of us also. So this card, Make a Feast, is saying that this plate, this table needs to be covered with everything. Good food, good company, good conversation, love, laughter, all of it, because this is what it's time for you to nourish yourself. Card number 4, make a sacred space. Make a sacred space. I love this card, okay? I love this. Why? Because it's time. It's time. With me, make a sacred space really is that place you're going to go inward for yourself. Sacred space is a place. Now, it doesn't have to be a big altar and a big room or everything else. Everybody goes, oh my gosh, I have to do this and I have no place. It's so small. Sacred space can move. It really can. So in that sacred space, this is where when I'm in this space, it's my do not disturb sign. It says when I'm sitting here, I'm standing here, it's telling the rest of the world to leave me alone. It's time for me to go inward. It's time for me to meditate. It's time for me to talk to my guides. And that's what if you pick number 4, it is time for you to find that spot that says, this is for me. And this is what I'm doing for me. It's a whole list of things, guys, but that's what that card is screaming at me. Oh, and the last card, we're going to have to go to the book. It says, taste something sweet. Taste something sweet. What I do love in there is you have 2 people with the infinity sign in the middle. And I'm going to see if that makes sense with what the book says. Okay, so it says, taste something sweet. And I do love the fact that it is alphabetical, guys. So have you forgotten to enjoy the sweetness of life? The sacred feminine is associated with sweetness. Sometimes you are called to a sweet treat because you are longing for comfort and communion with softer, more nurturing part of yourself. If you acknowledge this need, my phone doesn't know how to quit. If you acknowledge this need, apparently I'm supposed to communicate today. That's my sign for my phone. If you acknowledge this need for maternal comfort, then eating something sweet can soften you and soothe your physical body. Mother had created many delicious foods for her children to add sweetness to their feast. Enjoy your many berries. At the same time, be mindful for your cravings for sweet. Have your cravings because too overwhelming. If so, this indicates an imbalance. Your physical body may be signaling a time for fasting to connect with the sacred feminine in a deeper way. Your emotional body may need attention. Make time and space to express a deep hurt. Bring your awareness to your body's relationship of sugar. Address the imbalance by slowing your sacred masculine drive and remembering to enjoy the sweetness of life. Partake in its bounty and follow your body's wisdom. Now, I like that because that card is telling me that, guys, it's time to pay attention to here, because so often we're not looking at what we need. We're not balanced. And this card is telling me that you need to start paying attention to your body. You need to start paying attention to this, because your body is going to tell you what it needs. Okay? Whether it be food cravings, social cravings, knowledge, whatever it is, the imbalance, you're going to feel it in here. And it's just a matter of going, okay, what is it that I need? And allow yourself to have it. Okay? Give that to yourself. So card number 1 was your intuition is telling you something. Card number 2 is listen to your heart, not just your ears. Card number 3 is make a feast. Card number 4 is make a sacred space. And card number 5 was taste something sweet. Now, if I'm looking at this whole reading this week, I'm going to tell you this reading is really telling me this is your week to start paying attention to you. This week is saying that, guess what? You have everything you need in here. Hello, Paula, to make life happen. Okay. So often, again, guys, we're looking out here outside of ourselves, but this is saying look in here. Now, if you're having difficulty with it, it is to say go into meditation. It is to say, hey, let's go further, go deeper, find ways to come back to your center. Okay. Because no matter what's going on around you, because it is telling you that taste something sweet card is telling me you have something around you that's not balanced, something that's not what is working for you, and you're feeling it inside your body, but you're kind of confused on what that is. And this is telling me to tell you that, hey guys, go to your intuition, go to your heart, look at the table, look at everything on there, figure this out. Okay. But it's telling you to go inward, find the solution of the issue. You just have to balance things, guys. I like this deck. I like this deck. And I do like the fact that you can use this deck as individual cards, like a pull for the day, or a complete reading, which really gives you a lot either way you're looking at it, guys. So this is a deck I would definitely recommend. And remember, this is the seeds from the Sacred Feminine, and this is by Andrea Menard. So that's awesome, guys. I will be putting this up on the edge for you guys to go and see this reading there, and just kind of take that and run with it. So hello, Sir Nick. Hello, Sir Nick. Oh, thank you, Paige. I love it. I love it. Okay, everybody. This has been me, Diet, here on Spiritual Truth on the Edge Network. Remember, I'll see you next Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to share this. Don't forget to tell your friends about it. They can always watch it in the replay, either in podcast form, my YouTube channel, or just straight go to Facebook, guys. So everybody enjoy. Can't wait to see you again and again and again. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like Diet. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek Diet. As a master teacher, Diet studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help Diet better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with Diet. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with Diet is simple. Just visit her website, diet.us. That's diet.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with Diet. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let Diet guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and Diet can help. Just visit diet.us. That's diet.us.